What's up, Snorter crew? It's yours truly, Snorter. Right now, I'm gonna get into that T Grizzley story. Detroit rapper beats all odds. Look, so I can honestly say this, and you can just see. All these videos are still public to this day. Ever since T Grizzley got out of jail, I've been following his career, bro. I say this, Buddy came out hot, and man, he still, after so long, it's about to be year 9. It's about to be year 9 for him. Ups and downs. I'm talking about tragic stuff happening. He's still finding a way to prevail. A lot of them 2016 rappers are running into 30 years old. So I don't hear none of y'all calling them monk, but we just going, I'm gonna let that. What they say, I digress. Anyway, sweat going crazy right now. Anyway, Buddy right here. So everybody know about the whole jail situation, but a lot of people don't mention the other tragic thing that happened to him, man. His auntie / manager passed away to real deal gun violence. They pulled up, did they want to, pulled off. But look though, she was the guy's auntie and manager. If anybody remember the saddest song, it was dedicated to her. When it happened, it broke news. It don't get talked about, but that woman was real important in T Grizzley's career. When that first day dropped, she the one helped him get the studio time and help pay for the video. I'm talking about probably no more than $2 grand, made countless of millions of dollars. All it takes is one person to believe in you. Moral of that story. All it takes is one person to believe in you. So, he did say that for every tear it's a meal on. No. He said, I don't even care if it's the mirror, it's a meal on his head. And I was like, he got it. He got it. Out of all, he got it. You know what I mean? But anyway, we didn't follow this career, man. He ain't reinvented this. I can't say reinvented, but revived his career numerous occasions. I can't even say numerous occasions. It was a little minute where it was like a down period for T Grizzley, but as soon as he got his stuff together, he came with the ball, got the ball again, and got to running with it. You know, didn't stop. Kept dropping robberies. Then he hit us with the story album. Like, then he got this song with Mariah the Scientist and Chris Brown. Straight banger. Anyways, gonna get into it. Hold on. So look, I kind of been slacking on the first comment. That's my bad. But this one for sure, I got you. But look though, y'all gotta do this for me. Since we getting the cash apps going, cool. Let's get 3,000 likes on this one. Deal? Shake my hand. Come on, shake it. Drop the emoji. Yep. Okay.
A lot of people asking, dang, why you with all new people? You ain't with none of your day ones. My day ones was the ones that wasn't there when I needed them.
So it wasn't me and still shot. What she do to you?
Why they let us get our hands on them pistols? Why we ain't get a book on all the shit that came with it?
Welcome back to another episode of True Street TV, where we cover everything street related. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and let's get right into it. Today's story brings us back to Detroit, Michigan, a city with a rough background, having declared bankruptcy just 12 years ago in 2013. And the city still faces high unemployment and poverty rates to this day, leaving many Detroit youth to fend for themselves.
Hey, I can vouch. I've been there numerous occasions. Detroit ain't one of them like tourist cities, bro. It ain't a tourist city. I don't know why you want to go there. I heard the people that live there say that. Let me just see what they talking about. Let me just it's just different to me. That's why I'm like, it's cool. Ain't nothing. Let me just put it in perspective. You know what I mean? Once I sat back and just, them niggas are right. I would never come back here if I don't need to. Like, I wouldn't be there for leisure, but I'd be there for leisure. This is a difference though. I'd be there for family leisure, not my own leisure. Like, if it wasn't for y'all that I love, hey, I'm gonna keep it short. Y'all would not see me for real. But look though, why I say that is this, man. These folks, I don't know where they living, but it's a big populated city. But you will see a whole abandoned neighborhood. 2 or 3 blocks, nothing but bandos, crackheads, and trap houses. Trust. And it's like that from the east to the west side. Trust. Yep. All I gotta say.
Ages. In turn, this will create a city full of hustlers determined to make a way out. And that brings us to the man we're here to talk about today, 30-year-old Terry Wallace Jr.
And they are not full of hustlers. It's some bum niggas up there too, baby.
Or better known by his rap name, T Grizzley. T has one of the craziest come-up stories I've ever heard, as well as one of the most consistent rap careers in the game today. He was born on March 23rd, 1994 on the city's west side to parents Terry Sanchez Sr. and LaToya Perry. Both of T's parents would be active in the streets, as well as his whole family, as he describes everybody around him selling drugs as
I gave my girl 50 for a Plan B. She came back with a cart and a geek bar. Oh, okay, see, you did the wrong move. You did the wrong move. You gave her the bread. Never do that. Never do that. This what you do. Act like, well, not even that. Actually cook the breakfast for her. You know what I mean? Actually cook the breakfast for her. Buy 2 of them. Cook her some eggs. Her favorite little breakfast stuff. So, if she like biscuits and gravy, cook that. She like pancakes, cook that. She like scrambled eggs with cheese, a little salt and a little black pepper in there, yeah. All right, that was my favorite. But anyway, look, all right, what's her favorite? What's the one thing you know she about to tear up when she get a hold of this? All right, let's say it's the egg. This what you do. This what you do. Brush 2 of them up, sprinkle it in there like the pepper and salt. Boom, whip them together, and gave it to her. You know what I mean? If the baby don't die for that, hey, you on your own. May God be with you. You know what I mean? No, wrong button. May God be with you. Yup.
As he grew up, T also has a younger brother by the name of Marcellus Wallace. He used to go by the name.
A Plan B is the same thing as a Quaalude. I'm trying to kill a baby that I don't want. She want to keep. Bill Cosby had different plans with his. You know what I mean? He had different plans with his. He was trying to get some yeeks. I already got the yeeks. I got the yeeks wrong. I ain't got to do no Bill Cosby. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I already got the yeeks. I ain't trying to get the yeeks. Bill Cosby was famous and he was drugging women to get the yeeks. You know what? We not even about to go there.
Named Marmar. They hail from a very dangerous hood on the city's west side known as the Scud Zone. This hood is also very heavily gang infested with Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, and countless
That do what? It changes the chemical structure of the Plan B. That's why you get 2 of them. Ain't too much of the chemical. All right, I don't know. Man.
cliques like YNF
Hey, may God be with you. Yep.
and RTM, which T and Marmar were heavily affiliated with.
Ask T Grizzley, nigga. My our house was a real trap dope house. Niggas in that cooking crack, selling pussy. You go in another room, nigga cutting up the dope in the basement. Nigga, we done seen things OD in the crib.
As T's parents
That was a hell of a house if you ask me.
affiliated with.
Ask T Grizzley, nigga. Our house was a real trap dope house. Niggas in that cooking crack, selling pussy. You go in another room, nigga cutting up the dope in the basement. Nigga, we done seen things OD in the crib.
As
Hear me out. That was probably some. Did he say fiends or he just said B word? Because if it's the fiends selling, they get it off some way. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something that y'all don't even know for real. Your favorite crack dealer. Hey man, your favorite crack dealer, man. Hey man, I'ma just say, for that little bump, that little blast, or that little picker upper, the bounty, quicker picker upper bounty, boy, you ain't had auntie goddamn blow brains for real. I ain't gonna lie.
T's parents were both heavily involved in the streets.
Let them say they never did nothing like that. Them niggas is lying. Go find, man. I ain't about to do
T and his brother would end up being raised by their grandmother. Early on, T had a very close relationship with Detroit rapper All-Star Lee, as their mothers were close friends and they themselves became close friends in elementary school, both living on Joy Road. In 2011, Lee became close with Detroit rapper Campaign Poe, who had his own studio in his house. Lee would eventually bring T over to Poe's house and the trio would form All Stars Ball Hard and begin rapping as a group. T would also take a massive loss this year, as his mother would end up selling small amounts of drugs to undercover federal agents in late 2010 and would subsequently be indicted on April 13, 2011. The group will go on to release their debut.
Bruh, she went to jail for a $1,300 crack sale. At some point, the feds gotta be like, all right, this is 10 years for this? 10 years for this? Like, come on, you gotta use a little bit of logic. $1,300, really no time. Get a little bit of probation, you know, a little house arrest on that. $1,300. See, at them times, $1,300 was a different $1,300. What do you say, 2011? And you probably could have bought 3 bodies with that $1,300. All right, let me stop. That was too far.
Small amounts of drugs to undercover federal agents in late 2010 and would subsequently be indicted on April 13, 2011.
What?
The group will go on to release their debut mixtape called Ain't No Competition Volume 1 on September 17, 2011. This tape was making some noise in the streets and the song Bitch We All Buffed Up was going crazy.
All my niggas getting money, slapping cushion oxys on the road to some foreign, I don't even own the license.
The next year of 2012, T...
Now run that. What they say? All-Star Ball Hard. Let me just hear that. All-Star Ball Hard. This about to be an hour-long video. Yup.
Little ride on the track.
Big brush with the clear tint. I got them from them pots and pans. You ain't getting away with snatching crazy, doing 90 Louis. White buffs, it's a white world. I swear to God.
Some foreign, I don't even own the bucks got me looking cocky. Benny Hannes with the Brightland, yellow diamonds looking trifling. All my niggas getting money, slapping cushion oxys on the road to some foreign. I don't even own the license. Them bottles popping, my phone rocking. Them hoes bad, we heel topping. No paper shorts, we stay clocking. Dip OT, I'm yay copping. Fuck with us, them K's popping. Plug in me, I ain't stopping. ARs, 223s, make sure that it ain't problem. I just gotta pay to get a nigga out the way. When I hit them all in copper.
I told you what that $1,300 would do. I told you. Did I catch?
Poe and Lee were going to release Ain't No Competition Volume 2 on March 5th, 2012, and then they were going to...
Hold on, give me 2 seconds, chat, man. The sweat going berserk. Moose the Great, Moose the Goat, that was petty. That was real petty.
Release another mixtape called Dream Team just months later in May. And all throughout this time, T was making sure he got all of his high school work done, and he would graduate from Cody High School the next year in June of 2013. But before going into his senior year of high school in the summer of 2012, T would take a massive loss as his father was killed. T would explain how his dad was in the streets and some guys he was dealing with were using his car and ended up getting into a shootout. The men will go on to return Terry's car back to him without letting him know they had just shot at somebody.
He was around the less, but I had the strongest relationship with him. He was like the best person out of everybody to me. He was selling drugs, and he had some dudes working for him. Got into a shootout with some dudes in my daddy's car. So they took his car back, never telling them that they just had shot at these dudes. He parked and go stand on the porch. The dudes ride past. Oh yeah, that's the car that just shot at us. Start shooting. He the only one got hit. Yeah, and he ended up bleeding to death.
After graduating in June of 2013,
and the way it looked, they wanted his daddy out the way, bro. Ain't no way. This man paying y'all bills. So it's something that they want him out the way for. It's something they wanted him out the way. They wanted his spot, his position, or something. But ain't no way. Say if I work for somebody and something like that went on, hey yo, this went on in here. Why was that so hard to do? This what went on right here, in here. Now we're gonna have to burn this. We're gonna do something with this. We can't, I don't get how that little small communication.
T will go on to be accepted into Michigan State University, which was a huge deal for T, as he would now be the only person in his immediate family to
He is just chatting. Actually, I did. Here's the old ones right here. These a little different. They come over the year. Jay called you out. That's crazy.
attend college. He would major in finance and accounting. T would also remix Payroll Giovanni's Chain on My Dresser, which was going crazy in the streets around this time.
Boy and brick buster, dripping rich flutter, soft cane jumper, make a bust, big stuffer.
T's freshman year of college would begin late 2013, and All-Star JR would begin rapping with the group around this time as they began recording the mixtape Get It Sold. In February of 2014, T and JR would spend about 2 weeks breaking into dorm rooms and stealing over $20,000 worth of electronics and cash. T and JR would quickly be snatched up by Lansing police, and they would deny the accusations even though they were caught on camera and multiple people had told on them. But for some reason, police wouldn't charge them for this until months later, but for the time being, T was kicked out of MSU.
You was in school, you was stealing computers, right?
I was breaking in dorm rooms.
Okay.
And like laptops, iPhones, money, all that type of stuff.
Damn it, man.
I ain't gonna lie, that's almost the sweetest lick. That's almost the sweetest lick, bro. You making money now, get them little beats. Nah, these are perfect. These are actually meant for listening to music. That's why I got them. Yep, the more you know. Anyway, that's almost the sweetest lick. Here's why. If you know anything about college, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, somebody got a class to go to at 10, 12, 8, 9. Boy, say if they got a little evening class at all times of the day, somebody's gone. Then after class, these people want to hang out. I remember one point in time in college, I think I was outside of the dorm for almost 13, 14 hours. If they wanted me, they could have got me. Thank you for never getting me, because I don't know what I would have done. You know,
so like $20,000 worth of items.
Yeah.
And that you got kicked out because of that.
Yeah.
You got caught doing that too?
No, somebody told on me doing that.
T would then go on to make an appearance on Peasy's classic mixtape Mud Music, released in May of 2014, on the song Quick.
I would let niggas get rich with me, but they run off with a quarter instead of trying to build a brick type of shit.
All-Star JR, real name Jeremy Ford, would turn himself into Lansing police in July, facing serious felonies for these thefts.
What happened at Michigan State?
Carter cases there.
Like, what happened exactly though?
Just I don't really want to speak on, there's other niggas who was involved in it. And we moved so far past it, you feel me? That's like rehashing some super old shit. But caught a case up there, went to the joint shit, me and my co-D, you feel me? We both got locked up. Some niggas told, as niggas do.
T would describe getting a call from an unknown number, which was Lansing police, telling him to turn himself in for the burglaries. T would quickly hang the phone up once he realized it was the police, and crazy enough, as this convo was being held, T was in the car with 4 other RTM members, on their way to what they thought was a jewelry store in Lexington, Kentucky, but it was actually a pawn shop. They planned to go in, smash the glass containing the Rolex watches, and run out with the watches.
So, I'm in a motherfucking car on my way to Kentucky, right? To hit a lick. Nigga, I get a phone call from a Lansing number.
That's one thing about them Detroit guys. They don't mind hitting the road, bro. They do not mind hitting the road.
Shit had just happened, though. I don't know the number, though, but I ain't really nobody at the time, so if a motherfucker call my phone, I down there need to pick up. Right. You feel me? So I answer. They say, hey, how you doing, Mr. Wallace? This is such and such with the sheriff department in Lansing. Yeah, we got a warrant out for your arrest. Your friend just turned herself in, and if you turn yourself in, it'll look good rather than us having to come get you. Nigga, I hung up the phone. My motherfucking heart dropped. Nigga.
On my life, you gonna get the same time if you turn yourself in or go on a run. Trust. Don't let them lie to you. That's a good lie. Don't let them lie to you. Matter of fact, go get a lawyer. See what he can do first. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little pay. For real.
At that point, nigga, I'm like, I'm a wanted man, nigga. I want to do this.
Black with the Mac. How is it, Cap? If you on the run, it's worse. Man, forget what y'all talking about. You gonna get the same time. Now, see, that's a different story. Now, you might not get a bond, but if you facing serious charges, are you even looking for a bond? Come on now. Come on now. If we facing like some real serious stuff, come on. Think about it.
Nigga, I gotta do
What's
it.
your favorite meal?
Go hit the lick and pay for the lawyer. I ain't got no pay. Thanks.
It was July 1st, 2014. Being summertime, it was hot.
It's according to who's cooking or where I'm getting it from. Certain places got the special dishes I cannot miss out on. Then if it's like a person cooking it in their kitchen, it's a who's. So, yeah.
Out outside, and the group entered with hoodies pulled over their head. And obviously, they got weird looks as they walked in. T would assure the workers that he was a boxer and he was just trying to lose weight, and that's why he had the hood over his head. T would eventually pull a sledgehammer out and smash the glass that the Rolexes were sitting under. As soon as he did this, the store's manager would pull out a firearm on the group and demand them to get on the ground.
I walk in the jewelry store, why you got a hoodie on? Because it's hot as fuck outside. They looking at me crazy, why you got a hoodie on? I'm like, I'm a boxer. And I gotta lose weight for this fighting shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just been jogging and shit with the hoodie. They're like, all right, bet, but they still watching. I pull the hammer out, hit the glass. Psh, see all the Rolexes. Before I can even grab one of them bitches, I hear freeze. When I hear freeze, I know it's a gun involved. That's all I need to know. I got the hammer in my hand. I'm like, damn, I should try this motherfucker. I turn around. I see a white guy, born in.
He was waiting. That boy could not wait. Matter of fact, I swear to God, he really just needed his reason. If you would have took a step, no hezzy on that. For real.
Raised in the South. I'm like, oh, this nigga kill me. Let me go, quit playing with him. I drop the hammer, get on. They call the police, nigga. That bitch gets surrounded with police.
2 of the RTM members were able to run out of the pawn shop and were never actually caught, but Terry Wallace, Theo Evans, and Dwan Harris would be arrested by Lexington police and taken to jail, facing multiple felony charges and over 30 years in prison. All 3 of the men would stay silent and not talk to the police, and T would spend the rest of the year in Kentucky jail. All-Star Lee would release the Get It Sold tape under their new label, Get It Bag Records. Also this month, T would appear on a song with Dex Osama and Babyface Ray.
Evergreen and Joy Rose, you know who died there. Don't come around, ain't no love, you won't survive there.
The next year, in April of 2015, the FBI would indict 5 RTM members on RICO charges. The 5 members were only 19, 20, and 21 years old, which is crazy to be indicted by the FBI that young. It just shows how wild they were getting in the streets. T would explain how while in jail in Kentucky, he was around older dudes that had just been given 20 to 30 years, and they were telling him if they offered him 10 years to take it, as he was facing serious armed robbery charges.
I get to talking to niggas in that bitch like, damn, what you think they gonna do? They're like, shit, y'all niggas will be lucky to get 10, 15 years in this bitch. God damn. I'm like, oh, I ain't never getting out. Oh, nigga, you better get in that motherfucking law book. Don't be talking to these niggas and hear these niggas don't know shit.
But after spending time in the law books, T would discover a loophole in his case, as for it to be considered armed robbery, the perpetrators would have to threaten somebody with a weapon or demand something while holding the weapon. But the group did not do this, as all they did was...
Mind you, he probably got a public defender. See, it's like a give and take with this world, bro. The more paper you got, the less work you got to do for yourself. Just hear me out. When you go in that courtroom with that public defender, I'm talking about this man got high water slacks. I'm talking about you can see his ankles and stuff. Anyway, this man got high water slacks on, a tie that's dingy, look like it don't fit, the arms to his suit uneven. Boy, you better go learn something real quick.
Smashed the glass before being held at gunpoint, meaning they couldn't be convicted of armed robbery, and T would end up just serving around 9 months in jail on destruction of property charges. He would finish his time in Kentucky around April 2015 and called his family to drive the 10 hours to come get him. But by his surprise, as soon as he was released, Lansing police were there to arrest him, taking him back to Michigan to face his home invasion charges. And JR had just pled guilty to the charges 2 months earlier in February of 2015, being sentenced to 18 months to 15 years in prison. T's little brother Marmar would also be booked into jail on armed robbery charges around this time. JR would go on to be released from prison in June of 2015, and T would plead guilty.
I'm talking about this taker stuff. I don't care if it's yours. I don't care if it's yours. I want it. I'm gonna take it. Mentality is so fitting in Detroit. I didn't witness a strong armed robbery in Detroit, I swear to God. And guess what it was for? Y'all never guess. Y'all never guess. I just need to see like 2 or 3 guesses in the chat. You will think it'd be for buffs. I swear you will think it would be for buffs. Weed? No. Shoes? No. Some Pampers. If I'm lying, I'm dying. For some Pampers. And it was like a chubby dude. He snatched them thing. Go! Go! This is my first time seeing fat people run fast. And I think he was barefoot. I was like 7 or 8. I ain't fully grasped what was going on. But once I realized what was going on later on in life, I'm like, dang, it was that serious, huh?
To the Michigan State charges on September 30th, 2015, and be sentenced to 18 months to 15 years, just as JR was. T will go on to be released the next year on October 16, 2016. During this time, he would begin reaching out to family and friends, trying to gather the money to produce his song, and the one person who would take his chance on T, spending over $2,000 on his outfit, the producer, the studio session, and paying for the video shoot. That person is a woman that goes by the name of Jabina Brown, also known as JB. JB was married to T's uncle, and although his uncle didn't believe in him and wasn't willing to put the money up, JB was, and also wanted to manage T.
I had asked a lot of people in my family.
If I asked T Grizzley one question, I asked him this: how many people did he rap that song to before Sat Tish threw some money behind it? I'm just in the assuming or under the impression that, you know, to try to sell the dream to folks, I gotta rap this song to them, you know. So if I asked him one question, that would be it. I'm pretty sure everybody asked, he had the bars ready for him.
For a chance, because that's what I was really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all help buy me a beat? I really want to rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just wasn't taking me serious. Like, you better go get a job. What you trying to rap for and all this other stuff.
Right. And she believed in you.
She believed in me.
Well, you better go work at that Ford plant. First day out video. You better go put them bumpers on that. Hey, boy, you better go to that Ford plant. Boy, you better go out there. I wish I knew a name of a little where the plants is at. Well, you better go to Grosse Point, nigga, and clean up some houses, nigga.
She paid for the video, bought the outfit I had on in the video, everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
what we playing
right? We've been rocking ever since.
Together, they will go on to release T's first song as a solo artist called First Day Out.
You ever been inside a federal courtroom? Nigga, you ever went to trial and fought for your life?
The song would instantly make its way across social media and was getting hundreds of thousands of views every day, making T a star overnight, with celebrities like LeBron James even rapping along.
Hit the rolling stone with the rolling on. Jack portfolio.
T would mention plenty people in this song, including All-Star JR.
Hey, JR, nigga. Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened.
He would also mention Dwan and Theo, who he got caught with in the case in Kentucky.
Hey Wando, hey Theo, ain't it a blessing? We made it out Kentucky after all that happened.
The RTM indictment would also be a topic in this song, with T denying his involvement, although he did shout out Scud's on later in the song.
Feds was on me. What you know about related through money? I don't know nothing. I just used to see him
walk through the coney.
Say they looking for me, pull up in the Scuddy zone.
T will go on to do an interview with Lando on October 27th, saying he's no longer All-Star ball hard and was pursuing a solo career. After this song was going crazy, he would quickly start getting booked for shows in other states. Even though he only had one song, he made thousands of dollars performing First Day Out, and it would also land him a deal with 300 Entertainment. 2 months later, on December 3rd, he would release a feature with Detroit rap group Band Gang called Straight to It. This was another huge song to end the year off, sitting at over 20 million views on YouTube.
Nah, Buddy was hotter than Fist Grease when he first came out. Like, and then we ain't really know he can hold a note with the auto-tune and stuff, but he dropped the second day out. See, a lot of people don't know he dropped that first. He dropped that first, I want to say probably a month or two after First Day Out, but he took it down. I think he was still getting paperwork signed with 300 or whatever, but he took that down, and then he came back but that was the first song I seen him sing on. Yeah.
What? I wasn't on that case. Keep your dick suckers quiet.
Now we're heading into 2017. All-Star JR began making noise on his own as a solo artist, as well as he began shooting videos for his songs from his debut solo mixtape Get a Bag or Go Home, released early 2016. On the song Water, JR would mention T's little brother Marmar.
Marmar threw his life away. He say don't send him $1. It's some hams at his joint. He go eat with no problem.
JR would also explain how after the case they had a no contact order, so they couldn't be around each other.
That's my baby. Like right now, our situation, the papers and shit, we don't supposed to have no contact with each other, so y'all niggas could, what y'all niggas be doing? Dick sucking. Y'all niggas can quit dick sucking, saying we beefing and all that weird shit. Everything all right. Niggas ain't about to go to jail, so y'all niggas can like our picture, though. Get the fuck on.
Also in January, T would release a song called Secrecy, featuring Fotu Twin.
Got a better way to hit that road, but I can't say the route. I got a plug on some shit I ain't gonna say out loud.
Twin is a very well-respected Fotu member, which is the same hood Fotu Doug is from, but we'll speak more about that later. T will go on to release Second Day Out on March 14, 2017, shooting the video at his father's gravesite.
Nigga, I'm solid. I've been through that fire, been tasting like gold. Lost pops and was heartbroken. That's the shit I go hard for.
He will go on to release another huge song just 2 weeks later on March 31st called No Effort.
One time for my dukes, one time for my pops. Free twink, rest in peace T, fuck the ops.
And around a week later on April 7th, T would release Buddy really introduced the world to the other side of Detroit rap. Cause you had the one side, you had the Royce 5-9s, you had the Eminems. You can't mention Detroit without mentioning Mom Spaghetti. All right, cool it in the chat. All right, anyway, you had your Big Seans, but that was like a different side of rap. That wasn't really necessarily the street rap. Now, I feel like Royce and maybe Big Sean can go there. I know people gonna say Eminem, but he got crackhead raps. You know what I mean? But he was a geeker. You know, no disrespect, but T Grizzley right here, he introduced the world to that street Detroit rap and really opened up the door. So like y'all want to mention South Florida or just Florida period with Kodak and what he did for them. You could say the same for you know what? Let's take it out Florida, Chicago and Chief Keef. Now it may not be as big to that effect or however you want to look at it, but it's the same type of vibe going on. You know? Yep. His debut mixtape called My Moment. A lot of artists have big songs that go viral, but a lot of them can't follow up with a good mixtape. T had spent his time in prison perfecting his craft, and this album was heat, with songs like Real Niggas, where he spoke on being left alone in prison.
Courtroom being empty, way back at my final sentence. No letters or no pictures, like a nigga just stop living.
And about a month later on May 5th, T would collab with Atlanta artist Lil Yachty, and they would release one of the biggest songs of T's career called From the D to the A.
Bang. Atlanta, get both secure the bag, nigga. Hey, back security, that's on my mama, bro.
He would then go on to release a single called T-Troit in July, and he also became close friends with well-known Detroit rapper Sada Baby around this time. T was nominated for 2 awards at the 2017 BET Awards, including Best New Artist and Best Mixtape, losing both to Cardi B. He would then release another huge single on November 3rd, 2017 called Win, which sits at over 20 million views.
90s baby, but I get to that money like 86 again. Lost pops and fell off, we back rich again.
After this, T would collab on a joint mixtape with Lil Durk called Blooders. They would release this on December 8th with the song Third Person going crazy with over 12 million views with no video. In this song, T spoke a lot about people wanting help from him who didn't help him while he was in prison.
Man, they feelings cause he ain't fucking with them. And they can't call that nigga. But he couldn't call them niggas.
Going into 2018, at the top of the year, All-Star JR would release a song called Running Out, where he threw shots at T for leaving his guys behind.
Niggas steady asking me why you ain't out with T. Shit, I don't know for real, but all my niggas out with me.
And other Detroit artists began making huge noise around this time, one being T's artist Sada Baby, who released Block Party on March 23rd, 2018.
Pussy nigga got shot and he ran to the gram. If I get shot, I'ma shoot till it jam in my hand.
This was a very big song at the time and sits at over 100 million views today. T would then go on to feature on Lil Yachty's album on the song Get Money Bros, before releasing his debut studio album Activated on May 11, 2018. This album would have plenty industry features including Lil Durk, YFN Lucci, Chris Brown, Lil Pump, Moneybagg Yo, Young Jeezy, and Lil Yachty, with T Grizzley and 2 Volts being huge songs, as well as the song Colors, which is my favorite off of the album.
Rose Prezi on my wrist, I can afford that. Back in the day, I couldn't even look toward that.
T also became close friends with Philly rapper PNB Rock around this time, and they released a song together on August 28th called No Rap Cap.
Fuck these niggas, they ain't getting no pass.
Also around this time, T would go to Icebox and he would drop $400,000 on a custom half Grizzly, half T piece.
T, I don't think he ever came to my shop without dropping $100,000. And he still got more to leave with.
Bingo.
Bingo.
You feel me?
Craziest piece in the game.
Craziest piece in the world.
Yeah.
You feel me? I think that's gonna.
Hey, so look. So I forgot what video I said that in. It was the YFG Faso video. It was a YFG Faso documentary video. But anyway, I said, man, y'all can go make y'all own jewelry. Y'all can go make y'all own jewelry. I'ma just say this for the people in the YouTube comments, bro. If I say something like that and be fully confident behind it, either I ain't seen it done or done it firsthand. Trust. So now, if y'all want me to show y'all that, let me know down in the comment section. I got you. Just let me know. Yup.
Don't stay that way for real.
T would then go on to feed his fans another mixtape called Still My Moment on November 9, 2018. And just 5 days after this, T would release a documentary called Off Parole. His mother would speak from a jail call on this documentary. What surprised me is All-Star JR and Lee would appear in this documentary.
Like my son growing up seeing all of this, it was like once he blew up, I know they was excited, the whole hood like, damn, T.
That nigga went from prison to BET.
T would end the year off with another huge song as Peasy remade the song Quick from Mud Music, calling the new one Too Quick, this time featuring Payroll Giovanni. T went crazy on this feature and had deep ties with Peasy as they've been close since T was in high school.
Surprised I ain't got pneumonia from this fucking Cuban. I can go and do a show and drop new Paddock like Lil Uzi.
The next year of 2019, T would start the year off with a single called God First, released February 1st, 2019.
I'm that same street nigga that used to swap pants. I ain't a better person, bitch, I still want my ops dead.
He would then go on to release a song with 42 Doug called MWBL, released March 29, 2019. This was a surprising collab as his close friend Sada Baby was into it with the whole 42, and Twin was previously dissing T.
Used to be my homeboy, he a op now. Used to be my main man, he a lame. But that paper niggas changed.
I got niggas done died. Nigga, brother in prison. Niggas in prison, bro. Niggas done died over this shit, bro. This shit is real street shit, bro. Niggas done died, bro. Nigga, you can't play a nigga like me close and then go running with my ops, nigga. And befriending my ops and think that shit supposed to be cool with me, nigga.
T would go on to release Scriptures. This is his second studio album, released on June 7, 2019. And
so that was the whole
do a show and drop new Paddock like Lil Uzi.
The next year of 2019, T would start the year off with a single called God First, released February 1st, 2019.
I'm that same street nigga that used to swap pants. I ain't a better person, bitch, I still want my ops dead.
He would then go on to release a song with 42 Doug called MWBL, released March 29, 2019. This was a surprising collab as his close friend Sada Baby was into it with the whole 42, and Twin was previously dissing T.
Used to be my homeboy, he a op now. Used to be my main man, he a lame. But that paper niggas changed.
I got niggas done died. Nigga, brother in prison. Niggas in prison, bro. Niggas done died over this shit, bro. This shit is real street shit, bro. Niggas done died, bro. Nigga, you can't play a nigga like me close and then go running with my ops, nigga. and befriended my ops and think that shit supposed to be cool with me, nigga.
T would go on.
Now, buddy right here ain't say nothing wrong. Maybe this just my mind at this day and time saying this, but man, if it wasn't bloodshed, if somebody just got beat up or something, words got thrown back and forth, I feel like folks can get over it. Like, it ain't gotta be the end all be all. Like, we ups to the end, to I'm in the grave or to you in the grave. This whole we're ups. Man, I ain't seen two 60-year-old ops yet. Until I see them, then I could be like, oh, okay. Niggas can really take this until they old and gray. Man, until I see two 75-year-old ops, I gotta see it though. Like, I can't just, oh yeah, they don't like each other. No, I seen 50-year-old ops. Man, they ain't old enough, man. It's still 50-year-olds thinking they 30, man. They ain't old enough. That ain't old enough. I need to see like some, I'm talking about niggas ops with the walkers. I need to see that. For real. I need to see, yeah. I need to see two nursing home ops. Like, for real, man.
These Scriptures. This is his second studio album, released on June 7, 2019, and has good songs like Locked Up, where he raps about his brother and his mother being in prison, as well as his father passing away.
My mama locked up, my pops got popped up, lil' bro still locked up, and it got me fucked up.
The biggest song on this album by far is called Young Grizzly World, featuring YNW Melly and A Boogie. This song has over 45 million views with no video.
They gon' make you nail 'em.
Man, nah, bro. Apple Music, shout out to Apple Music, or not shout out to Apple Music, bro. But anyway, so T Grizzley, one of the artists I listen to on Apple Music in my spare time, in the whip, whatever. This song, they single-handedly made me hate A Boogie with this. What the? Hey man, I'm talking about every time A Boogie come on, I skip. Next. And I wish I was sitting here lying. And this is no disrespect to A Boogie. I promise you it ain't. It's just this. He ain't fit the mold of the song. He ain't fit the mold. Like Melly came in there and killed it. Then T Grizzley came back singing. Then here you got A Boogie. Right.
My nigga got life. He call every day. I don't know what to tell him.
T would receive a massive blow just 2 months later on August 20th. T and his aunt JB were riding in an Uber going to T's cousin's house on the city's east side. As they arrived to the house and T exited the car and walked up to the side door, a man hopped out of a car nearby and approached the Uber. He would open the door T was just sitting in and fired multiple shots into the car, hitting 41-year-old Jobina Brown 8 times. The Uber driver would take her to a nearby hospital where she sadly passed away from her injuries.
At the studio with Guapo and Jay Swan or whatever. I'm going off my cousin's house, my older cousin. Mm-hmm. He was real close with my pops. This is like my pop's brother. Mm-hmm. And I always try to, you know what I'm saying, show him some love because that's another wound we really ain't healed from. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there and I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm knocking on the door. My people's taking so long to come to the door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they finally come to the door. As soon as I see her, as soon as I see my auntie, mm-hmm. She about to open the door. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. You know what I'm saying? Behind me. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off.
You know what? This is sensitive. This is a sensitive topic. I'ma leave it alone. But the way he painted the story, they took so long to answer the door. And I'm gonna tell you who got me thinking like, this nigga here. But there's so much deception in the robbery stories. Juan and Twan, Jay and Tay, Shakespeare classics. What about the little teacher with the fat old booty? I'm talking about it's so much deception. He got musical soap operas going on right now. Yep. Anyway, just listen to how he telling the story and stuff. It's one of them type of things. Yeah.
So my cousin ran out with the gun or whatever, and we ran out in the front to see what's going on. My driver gone. There's no cars out here. I'm saying that my driver ended up calling me like, and told me what happened. So basically what happened, they walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas opened my door, trying to get at me. He ended up hitting her up.
T will go on to release the song Satish in commemoration to his aunt, shooting the music video at her funeral. T would be heartbroken by this and feel heavy guilt as he knew the man came to kill him and not JB.
Man, that envy shit so real, you make it out these streets, you saw it wasn't me and still shot. What she do to you?
The song Satish was a very...
But look though, see, we listening to the story of T Grizzley, you know. Now, T Grizzley got popping, what, 2016, 2017, that time. All right. what happened? Let's just do some Googles. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 2019. T Grizzley. Hold on, let me land the plane. We'll get right back into it. Uh, 2019. Let me see if they got it up here with dates. August 20 of 2019. So, it's safe to say Buddy ain't been in the street since 2012, 2013. So 7 years later, that ain't making sense. So usually when stuff like that happens, you got to do something. You got to do something to them to make them want to even do that. Now, if this was just a whole little robbery attempt, dumb decisions after dumb decisions, it's like that don't make sense. Cause what y'all get out of that? Not no money. Y'all probably got money on. Can't do that. Can't do that on YouTube. We cannot do that on YouTube. But anyway. So the whole reason of me bringing up Buddy been out the streets for so long, I mean, if y'all couldn't get a hold of him while he was in jail, 2 jails, because he had to go to a Lansing jail or somewhere up in Michigan to kind of get that get back, it's like, why even wait till he get popping? So let's go ahead and exclude he did some street stuff to somebody in the streets. It's really off of pure hatred. Like, he was one of y'all, like real deal one of y'all, bumping shoulders with people and made it out. But here's the funny thing about this whole little, okay, say if it's jealousy, envy, and all that, it's more popping rappers out of Detroit now. So one rapper in particular, his dad is a very famous guy on social media. Shout out to Buddy. But it's like, so if y'all hate people making it out y'all city, and not to even wish bad on anybody, it's just like the picking and choosing thing. Like, so it's like, why? What y'all had against him? Hold up. You know what? Leave that alone too. I just thought about something. Snore, did you see the Underground Cypher? No, sir. Is it checkout worthy? Let me know. Don't be gassing it. I hate when y'all do that. I swear to God I do. Don't be gassing it either.
Very huge song. It sits at over 50 million views on YouTube. T and Sada would also fall out around this time, as Sada was upset over the Doug feature earlier in the year and claimed T wasn't imagining his career correctly.
Dropping songs with my ops and shit, like on some weird shit.
Have you bumped into T Grizzley in person since the split?
Hell no. I don't know where Dog be at. He don't be in Detroit.
T would start off 2020 with a song called Red Light. He would again mention the JB situation and would repeat the words, "Better not let me find out," seemingly saying JB's killers better not let him find out who they are.
Don't let me find out. You better not let me find out.
2 months later in March, he would release another song called Payroll, featuring Payroll Giovanni. This song sits at over 12 million views. He would also sport his new JB chain in this video.
I know exactly where I'm from and who I am, I ain't ashamed. But the love ain't the same after fame, that's a shame.
This was dead smack in the pandemic, and rappers were no longer able to perform at shows, and that's how they made a lot of their money. T would begin playing video games and streaming on Twitch as a substitute. This would end up being a huge game changer for T. Once he began playing GTA 5 and had someone make him a server, calling it Grizzly World, T became one of the most popular GTA 5 streamers.
Yes, I just made one. Merch is on the way. I don't know if y'all peeped the pattern. That's the only time I make them. We gotta promote these merch some way, you know.
And he would say he makes $50K a week from this.
I'm on this game and shit not too
That
though.
game and shit heavy.
I'm on that game.
So how did you slide into that?
All my life, hold up. I'm glad they mentioned this. I need my $100 back, bro. Bro, I paid $100 to get in whitelist. I am in the whitelist. That was almost I need that $100 back, man. You got it. Come on. I need that. Matter of fact, just reach out to me in the DM. We can just situate it just like that, man. Come on. I swear to God. I paid $100. Bro, I had to pay $100 and write a life story. Like, dead serious, you had to write a life story about your character. I'm not about to do that. That's what. Man, I'm gonna need my $100 back, man.
Shit, through the pandemic, niggas was in the house, bored as hell. Jumped on the game. Nigga like, you need to stream this shit. Like, so what I did was I created a server, a Grand Theft Auto server called Grizzly World, right? So it's like Grand Theft Auto, but everything in there is super customizable. You could do whatever you want. I could put that hat in there. I could put that whole outfit in there, this watch, whatever I want to put in there, right? Cars, whatever. Way that I monetized it, I get paid from the server because you got to pay to get in, right? We got like 90,000 members. Dorf like, let me create you a server, bro. I'm telling you, gonna fuck with this shit. I can make you extra like 5,000 a month.
And it turned into way more than that.
Shit turns into down there 50 a week. I stream it on Twitch, right? I get paid from Twitch. I take the Twitch videos that I already streamed, put it on YouTube, get paid from YouTube, and I get paid from the server. Then you got sponsorships, you got ads, you got all this shit that I get paid from too.
He would go on to release another mixtape called The Smartest.
You dip your hand in something else, bro. Just leave that, you dip your hand over there when it just need to be here. I don't know why you doing that. That's all I'm saying. And hold up. Did you just press me? Was that a press? Hold up. Oh, okay.
On June 19th, Detroit rapper Big Sean would appear on this tape on the song Trenches.
I'm a black race villain with some hit records. Joy roll what I been yelling niggas big tech.
And just a few months later, around October 24th, T's little brother Marmar would finally be released from prison after serving 5 years. T would greet his brother with a bag full of money, welcoming him home. He would also give him jewelry and a record deal with his label 300 Entertainment, and he would also help Marmar kick off his rap career under the new rap name Baby Grizzly, releasing his first song on November 14th called Add It Up.
It's me on there, it's my face.
Really?
Yeah.
Skin on rule 25, 52, 40 boys in this bitch, grade A with us too.
This song sits at over 4 million views today. Him and T would release a track together called Twin Grizzlies, released on November 23rd. This also has around 4 million views.
Paint that bitch red, then I sue Wolf Flex over Big Dog 2920 on my left shoulders.
And just weeks later on December 2nd, T's mother LaToya Perry would be released from prison early after putting in a request for a compassionate release. The judge would grant this and let LaToya out of prison after serving around 8 years, and she had about 7 left to go, so this was a huge
15 years for $1,300 worth of dope? It gotta be more to it.
Win for the family. And just 6 days later on December 8th, 2020, Marmar would find himself back in trouble. He was riding in a white Maserati on the city's north side when police noticed the car was driving with the headlights off as it was nighttime. They would quickly pull the car over and find 4 guns in the backseat where Marmar and his friends sat. The feds would pick up his charges and indict him on possession of a firearm by a felon. At the beginning of 2021, on January 22nd, T would release the song Gave That Back featuring Baby Grizzly. Their mother would appear in this video fresh out of prison.
Baby Grizzly, Mama Grizzly back, they let them gangsters home.
And around 2 weeks later on February 5th, T would drop a song called Late Night where he would speak about his brother going to jail as well as his father's death.
They told me my nigga ain't making it. After that I start crying and praying. Me and bro like stay strapped, stay dangerous. We gon' be good, he our guardian angel.
He would also start his robbery series around this time. T Grizzly Robbery is a song series where he tells crazy stories with endings leaving you anticipating the next story. This series would be highly successful and T would shoot videos to these, creating a mini movie with the videos.
I think we got another 2 months before the next robbery come out. March, April, spring for sure.
Knew it, this nigga ran up on me tripping. Twice in the air, give me everything. I ain't struggle at all, gave him everything.
On April 16, 2021, T would release a music video called Never Bend, Never Fall featuring G Herbo. This sits at over 6 million views.
Keep a nigga with me, that's gon' tell the police that they hit. Think a nigga drunk, I put that 40 to his real.
Around this time, T would also announce the birth of his son, and he would name him Terry Wallace III. T would then go on to release his 3rd studio album on May 7th, titled Built for Whatever. He would have big features on this album, including King Von, Lil Durk, Quavo, Young Dolph, YNW Melly, and G Herbo. He would also put All-Star Lee on this album as they finally linked back up.
Lee just got a deal before his deal, he had his chain frozen.
but JR was still doing his own thing, pushing his own career, and wouldn't be seen with the two. T would go on to 2022 with a single called Afterlife, released on January 22nd. It sits at over 1 million views. After this, he would then go on to release another song called Beat the Streets on March 4th. These two singles would set T up for his next mixtape titled Half T, Half Beast, with Robbery Part 3 gaining well over 10 million views.
One of them said what happened. I thought you was big time. I told him karma came back, I had to get mine.
He would also drop another project this year called Chapters of the Trenches, containing follow-ups to his story song. On September 12, 2022, T would take another huge loss as his close friend PNB Rock was killed in Los Angeles.
A man with a gun came up to his table and demanded the jewelry he was wearing. Witnesses say Rock argued with him. They say the robber shot him several times, removed his valuables, ran outside, and got away in a waiting car. Rock.
And LA one of them places, I am not gonna lie. LA one of them places, see, so where I'm from, like, you just know you in the hood. No cap. Like, you just know you in the hood. Like, you know you on 42nd and Post. You just know, oh, yeah, I'm going to get away from here. Like, it's one of them spots. Or you just know you anyway. Same with Detroit. Matter of fact, let me speak for every city I've been in. Same for Atlanta, same for Houston, same for Chicago, same for Orlando. Like, you just know, oh, yeah. But anyway, speaking on LA, man, LA, you will drive through somewhere, unless you don't see no spray paint on the wall, it looks smooth, in my opinion. It looks smooth, but whole time, you can get your issue over here, cuz off the back I'm tripping. I'm dead serious. It's like the press ratio go up times 10. Go to Crenshaw and Fig on Vernon Ave. I have no affiliation. Yep. Anyway, it's real deceptive. It's real misleading. It's real, if you judge a book by its cover and not know nothing, and hold up though, on some real stuff, if you really like you don't do none of that, you just a tourist, you might get robbed. After get robbed, you good. Might get shot. I mean, out there, they just shoot people that need to be shot, Don't go to Skid Row. If, like, that part, I rode past Skid Row. It stinks. Oh, my God. I don't know why that was a good idea at the time. I rode the window straight up and hit the gas because the bad air was seeping through the AC. I had to get away from there. I ain't gonna lie.
Later died at a hospital. He was 30 years old.
I want niggas to see me because I want you to know it's me.
We gonna know it's you.
Okay, bet. Let me get the mic.
This big ass nigga talking about I want niggas to know it's me. Alright.
Y'all ain't gonna never see two other artists that hang out like this, crack jokes like this, and have a real genuine positive vibe.
And in 2023, T would develop a friendship with fellow Detroit rapper Skilla Baby, who had just gained a huge following over the past few years. The two would release a collab project titled Controversy on April 27, 2023, with the song Gorgeous being the biggest off the project.
Our ice and your ice look different. Unky in there cooking up a brick, putting his foot in it.
In October this year, T would collab with Memphis rapper Finesse 2 Times on a single called Grizzly 2 Times. This was a big song, and it has over 15 million views on YouTube.
Real bosses don't cry over losses, we go get it back. The goal is to still get this money while you sitting back.
This single would set T up for his next project, released November 3rd, called T's Coney Island. Chris Brown would feature on the song City of God and one of T's biggest songs to date, titled IDGAF. And he would also drop an old song with PNB Rock on November 7th, titled What's That?
That's another one that I haven't been like, yeah, turn that on. Like, I just heard it out. It's starting. It's like when I ain't mad at it on, but it's like, come on now, honey. Right.
T would turn the next video into a tribute to Rock. And Baby Grizzly would yet again be released from prison in July of 2024 after serving almost 4 years.
Clover, smoke him over. Fuck my ex, I hold her. 500 on my shoulders. Straight drip when I drop, so my fans act like smokers.
T would then go on to release another project in October called Post Traumatic. Fotu Doug would appear on the song Detroit, as well as J. Cole on the song Blow for Blow.
Who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours.
T has beat all the odds and went through unthinkable hardships. I'm glad to see him doing well and his people out of prison. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
But yeah, this is the story of T Grizzley, man. A rapper that I'm talking about. Life gave him every reason to kind of be like, Life gave him every reason to be like, I'm done with all this, you know? And he still found a way to prevail. And the way his trajectory is going, it seems like he ain't slowing down no time soon. Yeah, food be too good, it be too seasoned. All right, it's your boy Storm Go.